Time. It's time. It's time to grow and glow, and I have the guide for you. Good morning. Happy Monday. How was y'all's weekend? I hope y'all did things that you were supposed to do last weekend. Decompress, take some time for you, do something that you've been wanting to do. All right. So today, I know you see the title. Today, we're talking about comparison versus confidence. And this is how I want us to start. Let's take a deep breath. I know it's early. You should be jobbing anywhere to work. If not, you're just waking up. Take a deep breath. And we're going to use this affirmation for all of this week. Look at this. I release comparison and trust that my journey is divinely timed. And I am enough, and I am becoming who I was always meant to be. Listen at that. Once you listen to that, absorb it and take that in. All right. Now, remember, we're starting our week with confidence, and you should be starting every day with confidence, right? So when it comes to confidence, right, you have to know that confidence is not something that you're born with, but it's something that you build, right? And I want to talk about what I think the number one reason is that we can't feel or be confident, and it's comparison. All right. Let's talk about it. What's the first thing you do when you wake up? Look at that phone. Check that phone. And then what happens when you see people who have things that you don't have? You start questioning yourself. Oh man, why don't I have this? Why they have this and why they have that? Stop that. If you want to be confident, comparison is not the way to go. All right? And that's something I want you to think about. Now, when we're talking about this, it's time for you to unlearn some things. Now, let's talk about me. When I'm on my phone, and let's say, for example, I went to school with somebody and I see them, I don't know, they just bought a brand new car. And I'm like, damn, I ain't got a brand new car. But remember, their life is different from mine. I don't know what they had to do to get that car, or I don't know what their journey is. We have to stop comparing ourselves to other people because that's not what it is. All of our lives are divinely timed, and that's something that we have to realize, and that's something that we have to know. And that's what I want y'all to think about. When you wake up, stop looking at that phone. That's not what you need to do. You see how we started this? Take a deep breath, say an affirmation, or even just drink a glass of water. Do something other than brain rot, as my partner says. Brain rot. At first thing in the morning, right? So I want us to talk about unlearning things and what the definition of unlearning is. Now, this is dictionary right here. Unlearning is to discard or let go of knowledge, beliefs, or behaviors that are no longer accurate or useful. We're chiming into our confidence. Comparison is no longer useful or helpful to us at all. All right? And that kills our confidence. You have to know you can't build confidence if you're living somebody else's blueprint. Yeah, write that down. I'm going to say it again. In order for you to build confidence, you can't do that if you're living somebody else's blueprint. Like, what sense does that make? It doesn't make any sense at all. If you want to become the best version of yourself, confidence is going to be the first step that you need to learn. And you have to realize you can't look at other people or look at other things to build confidence within yourself. This is something that you have to learn for you. All right. Now, listen, I struggle with confidence, and I think we all struggle with confidence in today's world because we look at things and like, damn, I should look like this. Damn, I should be like this, or damn, I should have these things in life when it's not like that. That's not how it's supposed to be. Now, remember, we need to be aligned. Be aligned with ourselves and be aligned with what we want out of life. If we do want something that somebody else has, don't compare yourself. Just do the work and do what you need to do to get to that point. That's all we got to do. That's it. Confidence is key. As what I think. And comparison kills that. All right. Now listen. I know this is a tough topic. I know this is tough to realize because some of us may think that we have confidence, but once you realize that sometimes our lives are our lives are based on someone else's, then you realize you're not so confident because you're basing yourself on somebody else. When you don't know them, you just see them on the screen. You see they have a lot of followers. You see they're in front of cameras. They're on TV. Is that realistic for us? Hello? Is that realistic for us? I don't think so. So let's think about that. And let's know that, this confidence is something that you cannot take from others. You have to take that from yourself. All right? Now look, while I flip this page, you heard it. If you listening, you heard that. So, and I'm putting this here because I have a pen that I'm using to put on my page because in my podcast / office area, the fan is going. And if you're in Texas, you know how hot it is in Texas. So the fan is blowing right now and it's lifting this page. So I'm putting a pen here to make sure I stamp that down. All right. So remember, confidence versus comparison. So here are 3 things or 3 ways on how you can stop unlearning comparison. The first thing is self-awareness. You have to be aware because awareness is key. You have to pay attention to exactly what triggers a comparison. It can be when I look at my phone, when I open up Instagram, when I'm watching TV, what is triggering that for you? All right. Numero dos. Reframe the narrative. Instead of asking yourself, why don't you have something? Ask yourself, what am I here to create? What am I doing here on this earth? That's what you need to ask yourself. And number 3, affirm your uniqueness. Remember, there's no one in the world like you. You are you. And you need to appreciate you being you. And also you need to appreciate that you don't have to look like everybody else to do everything that you need to do. Think about that. All right. I want you to think about that and absorb these 3 things. I'm going to say them again. Number 1 is be aware and have self-awareness. Number 2, recreate the narrative. And number 3, reframe the narrative. And number 3 is affirm your uniqueness. These 3 things will help you to start unlearning that comparison. All right. I know I gave y'all 3 ways on how to stop unlearning comparison. Now let's talk about it. Every week when we come here, I want you guys always to learn something. I'm always going to give you something to write down. You're going to either have affirmations or I'm going to give you tips and ways on how to do something. Because what are we trying to do? Every time that you guys come here, we are trying to become, or we're not trying to, we are going to become the best version of ourselves. All right. And that's something that we want to focus on. Now, I know today is just Monday. You still have a week to go. But I want you to think about this all week because we won't see each other until next Monday. I did this on Monday to be able to give you guys tips and tricks or whatever I need to give you guys, you to be able to apply that all through the week. All right. So this week, let's work on unlearning that comparison to build our confidence. I know it's some things that I talked about. You may not remember all. Come back and listen if you need to. I'll be here. Oh, yeah. And we are now. So remember when we just started, we were just on Podbean. Now we're on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio. So I know those are the 3 biggest ones that everybody listens to. So everybody will be able to tune in. So we're super excited about that. And remember, listen to this as many times as you need to. That's what we're here for, right? Remember, we're still getting to know each other. All right. So it's Monday. I want you to apply all these things all week. Now, every week we are going to have a challenge. The challenge or the challenges will be called Grow and Glow Challenge. This week's challenge that I have for you, when you wake up in the morning, do not look at the phone. I don't know if you know who Mel Robbins is, but she even says to keep your phone in the bathroom when you go to sleep. So maybe that's something you could consider. And I know you're like, oh, damn, I use my phone for alarm. Get a alarm that goes on the bedside table. Get one that you can and cut it off. All right. That's the challenge for this week. Let's do something different. Instead of you checking your phone, I want you to do something that's productive. Do something that's going to set the tone for you that specific day. All right. It can be as simple as, like I said earlier, when you wake up, drink a glass of water, take a deep breath and show gratitude, show appreciation, or even say an affirmation for yourself that'll help set the tone for that day. After you do that, work out, eat some breakfast, do something, and then get on your phone if you need to. But don't make that the first thing that you do. When you roll up out of bed, boom. No, we're not doing it. This is what we're going to do. When you wake up, eat. We're going to eat. We're going to eat. We're going to read a book. Read a book. If you want a book to read, here's something right here. Look at it. Screenshot it. Look at that. All right? But do something productive. Do something that's going to set the tone for you for this week. Now, remember, this is our...
I'm taking no what you say I made me because I'm elated.
Get your ass in the bus. All right. And I know today, right now, you may not feel good. But remember, in order for you to feel good, we have to be honest. And I have to be honest with you. You may think you're confident, but you're not as confident as you can be. Unlearn that comparison. All right. This is still your feel good station. Get your ass in the bus, even though you don't feel good right now, but you will. All right. Unlearn comparison. That's what we're working on this week. That means maybe limit your phone time this week, man. Stay off of TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all of those things that are going to be in here, and start altering that. Stay off of it. All right. Now listen. Remember, don't forget to comment, like, follow, subscribe. TikTok, you know I'm on there every day. I did just post a video about how I did this. And don't ask me how I did that. Is a secret. When I'm talking about this, I'm talking about the I have vinyls behind me, and I'm telling you, we went through hell and high water to get these fucking vinyls up on the wall. I promise you guys, you would not even fucking believe it. It was fucking horrible. It was terrible. But we got them, and now y'all see. Because y'all know, if you watch on the first video that I made, I only had 4 because they kept falling down. We used like some gel, what was it, gel double-sided tape, and it was not working for this girl right here. This girl is sturdy. Okay. So yeah, and remember, we're on TikTok every day, Facebook every day. I make sure to put all of those handles in the comments, in the captions, and below. And look, listen. Remember, our podcast is now on all platforms, so you can listen to it on Amazon Music, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeart, or you can watch us if you want to see this beautiful area that we have created. You can watch us on YouTube, and I also put clips on TikTok too, so you can like see just a little, see a little thing. Now, normally we have nuggets, but remember, no nugget today because I dropped some gems. Okay, if you need to listen, go back and listen to see what those gems were. But you need those, all right? Happy, wonderful week. Happy Monday. Also, too, happy Pride Month to all my queers, thems and theys, our lesbians and gays. Happy Pride Month. Also, too, I can't forget our allies. Happy Pride Month to our allies who support us through everything that we do. We do appreciate you all. And for anyone else who LGBTQ community, just have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful month. Live for you. And I will see y'all next week. All right. Ciao, ciao.